hold on to a lead like it all. This is even starting to get to me. How are you holding up, though?
Me? Oh, I'm fine.
You are? Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, because the Leafs have like a bright future and bright stars and all that, right?
Well, yeah, it does seem that way, but no, I'm actually just getting a head start on some spring cleaning.
Oh, that's actually very adult.
Thanks. Hey, do you think this is trash or recycling?
Uh-oh.
You're right, it's obviously recycling. They're gonna use it again.
Hi, everyone.
Austin Matthews! Well, time for a rebuild.
This team is ruining my life! Hey! Blow leads every day!
Everything about like cap circumvention and doing little sneaky moves. I had no idea he signed Bill Murray in the offseason. And you're all watching it. You're all watching it live and no one's telling me. Why wouldn't you tell me? That's so mean. Every day it's the same. Every day. Get a lead. Blow that lead. Leafs lose 6-5 in overtime to the New York Islanders, by the way. But you're right, Steve. You're right. You can't just freak out. You gotta actually talk about the game for a change. All right, let's talk about the game. Ryan Strome, $1.23 and nice and early because that's what they're doing these days. 1-0 Islanders. But it's okay because later in the period, who gets the puck? The styling, profiling, gravity-defying, game-tying, nature boy Nick Flair. Woo! And then a minute and a half later, guess what? The Leafs had the first overall pick this past June. Wasn't that fun? That was a lot of fun. And Austin Matthews was that pick, and he was the goal scorer there. And guess what? Guess what? The Leafs get a 2-1 lead. And with less than 2 minutes to go in the period, oh yeah, oh Nikolai Kolia had to be coolly, didn't it? Oh, I hope you're hungry. But it's all right. It's just a tie game. It's just a tie game. That means it's a tie game. No one's winning, which means no one's losing. So the Leafs aren't losing. Bozak slick feed to Mitch Marner, and oh, is this kid disgusting recently? 14th goal of the season, 45 points. Someone stop him. Just kidding. Don't. They need the goals. With his 14th goal of the season, Marner only needs 2 more goals to tie the number on his jersey and 1 more to tie his age. It is a 3-2 Leafs lead. A little over 4 minutes later, the Leafs are on the penalty kill. Heavens to Betsy. And then chugga. Zach Hyman coming in on Thomas Greiss. He's on a 2-on-1. He's definitely going to pass it, right? His eyes are saying he's going to pass it. He's looking for the pass. No! Passed it to the back of the net is what he did. And Zach Hyman with the seeing Hyman. And it is a... Seeing Hyman. I'm going to go with that. It is a 4-2 Leafs lead. Sorry, that's rude. I only said that the Leafs had a 4-2 lead. You may need a visual aid. Brock Nelson chilling in the Leaf zone while they have a 2-goal lead. Is there a better place to be in the National Hockey League than in the Leaf zone when the Leafs have the lead? And guess what? Oh, Lowry! I'm gonna try that because I missed Lowry there. Oh, yeah! But guys, calm down. Calm down, everybody. It's a 4-3 lead still. That's the thing about having a multi-goal lead, man. They're harder to blow. Allegedly! All right, no, this is wrong. This is wrong, okay? I can't go forward with this attitude, okay? The Islanders scored, and that bummed me out a little bit, but ultimately, it's second intermission now, and the Leafs are heading into the third period with a 4-3 lead. And in comes Josh Bailey, but it's okay. The Leafs are going to stop him. Josh Bailey tied the game 4-4. It's okay. He's still lots of hockey to play. But Steve, how dare you? The Leafs have young offensive weapons. With 2 minutes and 1 second left in regulation, the Isles net is open. Thomas Greiss has left a big opening in the net. The puck is on William Nylander's stick. Don't do that. Why do you keep leaving him alone? You know not to do that. And he puts it in the net. Leafs get a 5-4 lead. And I'm watching going, all right. There's 2 minutes and 1 second left in this game. I'm not good at math, but that is 121 seconds. How are they going to screw this up? Less than 20 seconds later, John Tavares at the goalmouth. Oh, big save by Freddie Anderson. All right, this is still intact. This is still good. But just a few seconds after that, 31 seconds after the Leafs get a 5-4 lead, mind you, what happens? What happens? I'm sure you can figure it out. Yeah! Oh, what's going on? Oh, what's happening? Oh, what's happening? What's it? Oh! Andrew Ladd gives the people's elbow to that lead, and it's a 5-5 tie. And the people's elbow is so appropriate because The Rock reminds me of something with this team. Because it is a new day. It is a new year. It is a new era with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They cough up leads all the time. Historically, they're known for it. But it's okay because this year is going to be different. Like on the back end. Like, who do you got defending the Leafs lead? Well, this year they got, it doesn't matter who the Leafs got defending the lead. And in overtime. What are we even watching for? What are we watching for, huh? Why? Because that one time they coughed up a lead and they beat Boston in a regular season game? That's why we're still watching? Yeah. Steve, where's your faith in this team? Here's my faith in the team, all right? There it all is. Here it all is. Bathe in it. Brock Nelson wins it in overtime for the Islanders, and I react in a way that no adults should be proud of. Now, Steve, what is the problem? Steve, you don't have faith in this group? Steve, you think they're gonna blow a multi-goal lead every single game? The Leafs have allowed 21 goals over the last 4 games. 5, 5, 5, and 6. Do you really think that is going to sustain? Do you really think the Leafs are going to average over 5 goals against per game? Steve, are you really going to listen to everyone on Twitter talking about how Frederik Andersen is a backup and they should trade him after he has a little bit of a rough patch after basically saving the team's bacon all season long? Steve, are you forgetting that the Leafs actually got a point out of that loss? You know, they got a point. They moved into a playoff spot. That is all true. You know what? That is all true. I need to relax. The Leafs have been scoring goals. The Leafs have been playing well offensively. They're young. The defense is gonna come, okay? But if they keep playing this way, guess what you can do with this? Guess what? I can't even. This is stupid. I can't rip a piece of paper, and you know what else I can't do? Say that I've witnessed the Leafs Cup in my life. I was tweeting after the game because I was feeling all upset, and a Blues fan tried to cheer me up like, the Stanley Cup, what's that? Oh, you gotta see it, buddy. It looks just like that popcorn maker in the corner, and I've paid to see it a bunch of times. See, here's me visiting the cup when I was a little boy. When I wore a turtleneck like Thomas Plekanec. Now you might be like, what's little Steve pointing at in that picture, huh? What's he pointing at? Well, he's pointing at the Stanley Cup, silly. Now, this was a long time ago, so you'll have to forgive me if I forget, but I believe I am pointing at the last time the Leafs won the Cup! But Steve, look at you. You're so happy, you're so joyful, you're so full of glee. What happened to that happy, joyful, gleeful little boy? He's here. 20 years in the future. Steve, they're in a playoff spot right now. I know! Which is just gonna make it more frustrating when they inevitably lose it. But Steve, the Bruins just got leapfrogged by the Leafs and they fired their coach. I think we're okay. Yeah, what about the Panthers, huh? What about the Panthers? Well, then the wild card. What about the Islanders who they just lost to? Steve, buddy. A young team is gonna give up leads. They're gonna have blemishes. They're gonna cough stuff up. Here's the thing. I know! Do you have faith that they'll figure it out? I do! Okay? I do. In every single one of them. I believe in this group that the Leafs have assembled. So what do you want the Leafs to do? You want them to trade JVR? No. Trade Nylander? No. Well, I don't know what you want them to do. Then what do you want them to do? Nothing, okay? Nothing. Nothing? That's your solution? Yes, nothing. I'm gonna strap myself to a gurney like Silence of the Lambs and wait. And they play the Dallas Stars in the second half of a back-to-back tonight. That's gonna go well. God, Leafs fans, don't ever let anyone talk down to you. Because, I've had a lot of heartbreak in my life as a Leafs fan, but at least I have those heartbreaks. Last night I got a tweet from someone who I think might have still been in high school, and they're like, come on, man, show faith. And I'm like, okay, this person might have been born the last time the Leafs went to the conference final. And they still, for some stupid reason, believed. Not believed, past tense. Believe. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If a Leafs fan gives up on you, you are the problem. Little Timmy got 1 out of 100 on his math test. Leafs dad's like, well, he got 1. Sorry, I was just daydreaming about when the Leafs eventually win the Cup. You've probably heard me talk about this on the podcast before. When the Leafs eventually win the Cup, the question I keep asking myself, the first question that comes to mind, when am I going to go to bed? Because it's not going to be that night. It's for sure not going to be that night. I'm going to party all through the night. Well, then you go to sleep during the day. No, that's when the parade's going to be, or at least one of them. By the way, there's going to be more than one parade. You know this, right? Can't go to bed that night because there's going to be a party. And then the next day is going to be the next parade, probably the actual one, with the cup and everything, the popcorn maker in the corner. That's sleep. 2, 3, 4 days after the Leafs win the Cup. I don't know. How long can a human survive with no sleep? That sleep is going to be the greatest sleep ever. But until then, they're in a playoff spot. they got Dallas. Let's see. That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast is getting recorded today. Coffee number 2 coming up. Oh, it's going to be such a good sleep.